Chuggy Wuggy's down here. Chuggy Wuggy's down here. Can you get him, please?
Chuggy Wuggy. Okay. Baba Booey. I'd rather Joe be here.
Was this today?
Me too. I wish Joe was on the podcast.
It depends. What are you wearing?
Hold on, it's I can't see my.
Yeah.
Take on me. Take on me. Take me home.
Take me home.
I'll be gone in a day or two.
Oh, my muscles really good.
Cool.
Snap into a Slim Jim. I've seen more meat on Slim Jims than your legs.
I didn't work out that much. I worked out twice this week.
Brendan, I see more meat on Slim Jims than your legs.
You don't
I
even
like
know
Slim
my legs
Jims.
look like.
And we sell expired Slim Jims.
Did it
Technical difficulties. We have technical difficulties. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Hopefully you don't
Beep boop pop.
definitely do. Oh no.
Now here is some
Maybe it just
elevator
resets
music
my
while
mic.
you wait.
Oh wait, it's a low battery, but hopefully it.
He comes for him, bum 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 bum. I have these gifts for him. They're up in my bum.
Shut up. Thank you. You're too loud. Giving me a headache. Fucking like 10:30 at night.
That last one was pretty good.
How did my last one go?
It was like the greatest, the less
least-
white, the least whitest. You have another one?
He's a tool. He's a frat wannabe.
No.
He's your host.
No, I'm not no frat wannabe. Can we like not?
5, 4.
3, 2, 1.
How's everyone doing today on this fine Saturday night? Joining us for another Stutter After Me podcast. So I'm just going to kick it over now to the man with the most, the man with the skinniest legs, the biggest tool, biggest douchebag with glasses I know this side of the Mississippi, Brendan Campos.
Woo! What's good, everyone? How's everybody doing?
Better than you.
How was everyone's week?
It's going well.
Pretty good, uneventful. But that's the thing about these weeks during Corona. There's
Just another COVID week.
just
huh?
another COVID
Yep.
week, man.
Damn, that sucks.
No excitement. I didn't even get the virus.
I saw a meme. It was really funny. It was like, I'm so single. Like, I'm so single that not even
Corona wants me.
wants me. So yeah, I had a pretty, productive and busy ass week. It sucked because I like deleted like the whole edits and everything like that.
Yeah, so you had to start all over.
Yeah, and it was the worst week for it because you know, like I was all tied up at work. Like I was behind on a few things, and
Yeah, that's why the last podcast got out on a Saturday when we usually post on Thursdays.
yeah, dude, it's a struggle. You just gotta. It's like it's all about that time management that we talk about. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this will like help you improve yours.
Look on the bright side, though. You were still able to edit it a second time around and get it posted, so
Yeah,
it could have been a lot worse.
Imagine if you just deleted all the footage or something.
Yeah.
That would have been.
There's
That would've been
there's
bad.
not enough hours in the day. Wish
No.
there was more.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Speaking of hours, it's getting dark early now.
I hate this time of the
I
year
hate
so
it.
much.
I hate it so much. When is daylight savings time? Did it happen?
That starts in
I think it happens sometime in November.
November?
I think
See,
so.
like I never know. I always think it's either like in November or October.
I think it starts in November.
Yeah, that's the
and then
winter solstice, right? I'm pretty sure it's November. Like
Okay.
November 7th, maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so it's coming up.
I'm pretty sure it starts in November, and then it kicks back to normal time in like late March, early April, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I hate this time of the year when it gets dark out earlier.
Yeah.
I'm so much less productive with my days.
What time
I
did it
know.
get dark today? Like around 5:30? No, not 5:30. Like 6:30.
I don't even
It's
know.
getting
Probably
there.
5:30.
It's gonna get to a
6:00-ish.
point. Give it like another month and a half.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 4:30, and it's gonna be like pitch black.
Once daylight savings happens, that's when it's just terrible. I wish they
Yeah.
got rid of it.
I know. Well, I think it was Benjamin.
Either that or I wish they reversed it. So that like because like this is the time of the year when it starts getting dark out really early, and how it goes is so right now it's getting dark at 5:30, but once daylight savings comes, then clocks go back an hour, so it'll be 4:30, say,
Mhm.
for example, when it's getting dark. But I wish they reversed it, where when it starts getting dark at 5:30, daylight savings happens, and then it goes to 5:30 turns to 6:30. So then it's like it's actually getting dark at 6:30. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like hard to explain.
There's
but
something so depressing with it
time
getting
is
that dark.
time is complicated.
Yeah,
more
it's hard to
complicated
explain.
than- yeah.
There's something so depressing with it getting that dark.
Yeah,
It does.
I think that's why people have like seasonal depression disorder, because
Yeah.
I think just
I definitely have it. It's definitely around this time for me.
I'm a lot less productive, a lot less energetic this time
And
of
it's
the year.
cold out.
Yeah.
Like even like with like the cold, like you
Like,
kind of just don't want to do anything. You
like-
just want to stay inside. Do
Yeah,
nothing.
like over the summer when I'd get out of work or something, like I'd get out and I'd want to do something. But
Mhm.
like today, it's what 9:30 now. I got out of
Yeah,
work.
yeah,
If it wasn't for this, I honestly probably would have been sleeping by now.
Really?
I just wanted to pass out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say winter is all a drag. I mean, there are some positives to it, like little things,
Mhm.
like wearing nice warm clothes, coming home to a piping fire in the
Yeah.
fire, like wood going, the fire's roaring. I don't know, stuff like that gives you that nice little like homey type of feel, more so
Yeah.
than you get any type of season.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge winter fan.
I
I think I'd be a lot bigger winter fan if it wasn't for it getting dark out so early.
mhm.
And if it wasn't for snow, then I wouldn't mind it. But snow, I hate shoveling. Like, I've never been a big skier or snowboarder.
See,
or
I'm a
anything.
big skier and snowboard, but I haven't done it in so long. and
I've
it's just
done it
like,
before. I've
Yeah.
tried it, but I just never, like, it wasn't something that, like, hooked me where I was like, damn, I can't wait to get out and do that again. So,
Mhm.
like, I don't know. Just snow, I really don't. It looks nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, after seeing it for a day, you just kind of, like, eh.
Yeah.
It's nice, but it's a pain in the ass, especially if you have to shovel off your driveway.
I remember multiple times where we had ended up having, like, snow days back in
Mhm.
high school or
Yeah.
something. And Scott's dad had him out shoveling at 3 a.m.
There
we
was-
were, we
there
were
was
all on
brutal.
PS4.
Yeah.
And, like, Scott was like, well, I'll be back, guys. Gotta go shovel. Cause
Wait,
like,
you guys were on PS4 at 3:30 in the morning, and then
yeah, because we
It was
knew
like
because
one
we
in
had
the-
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like 3 because we had already known
Yeah.
it was gonna be a snow day and we weren't gonna have school, so we were all
Yeah.
but
staying
we were
up.
we were on a lot earlier than 3. I probably went
Oh
out-
yeah, we got on earlier, but we
Yeah.
were still on at 3 when he had to go shovel.
I probably went out at like 1 or 2 o'clock, and I'd say I got back in around 5:30, 6
Yeah.
o'clock. Because it sucks too. Because the thing with the biggest pain that night was the snow was so thick and
It was
so
heavy
high
that
up
night, I
that you
remember.
couldn't use a snowblower. So we were only stuck with
Yeah.
using shovels. So that
I-
was the biggest pain.
I remember it was one of those snows where it was like snowing, but it was also raining at the same time, and then it was like that hard layer on top
Yeah.
where it was just really heavy.
Not to mention it was blistering fucking cold too,
Mm-hmm.
beyond belief cold.
Yeah, I didn't really do much shoveling when I was a kid because I always lived in like an apartment.
That's one of the things that makes me want to
Yeah.
get like an apartment
Yeah. At least
or
for
like a
us-
nice townhouse or
Mhm.
something. Like just because you don't have to
don't
worry
have to worry about that.
I don't mind mowing the lawn though. I kind of like.
I like-
find
I like-
mowing the lawn
I
relaxing.
like it
I
I
like
too.
just
that
put
too.
music on and
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah.
Like, I use a push mower for mine.
Mhm.
But then for the front yard I use a riding one because it's a really big front yard. But then the backyard I push,
Yeah.
and I actually prefer pushing to the riding one.
Put
I don't know.
push then the riding. Yeah. Yeah.
I
yeah.
prefer that one.
I mean, you get exercise.
Getting
and-
some cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, like the push one without like the self. What is it?
I don't know. I don't know if it has it or not.
Self-propelled, yeah,
you're talking
about the
I'm
self-propelled.
pretty
Yeah.
sure. I'm pretty sure it's just normal. You push it.
Oh, I like the propelled ones. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the time goes by faster when I'm pushing it rather than just sitting on a tractor.
Yeah,
or,
but you
like,
know,
a
it is
riding one.
like riding it or pushing it. That's what she said. I mean, it's all relaxing.
Yeah, I just put
Okay,
music
Michael
in.
Scott, calm down.
But that, for some reason, like I don't mind that kind of like yard work or manual labor. But when it comes to shoveling snow, I can't
Yeah.
stand it.
Yeah. I always get anxious like around this time with like daylight savings time because usually people are like, oh, don't forget to bring your clocks back or rewind your
Most
clocks.
clocks do it automatically.
Especially iPhones.
Yeah, your phone does
Oh,
it
yeah.
automatically.
Yeah,
even
that's
like I
right.
even have like a little digital clock that's just like an alarm clock in my room, and that does it automatically.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The only thing I realize is just the phone that does it automatically.
Literally, the only thing we have to set in our house is like the timer on the microwave, the timer
Yeah.
on the oven,
Yeah, those-
and the
But even
clock
that,
in my car. That's about
sometimes
it.
some like more modern ovens and microwaves and stuff that does it automatically too.
Okay. Yeah. Really, it's just the phone. But like even then, I still get anxious that people are not telling me, and then like people, like I just feel like people are just fucking with me around that time. Like nobody just wants to tell me, and then end up being late for an hour. But
Nobody
I'm
wants to
always
tell you the
late,
correct
according to Morgan, though.
You are always late. Literally, we had plans the other day to meet in Rockaway, and Brendan called. He lives over in like near Montclair, and I live here in Hackettstown.
So I was like
And,
half a-
Yeah, he was half an hour. I was half an hour. So I was like, yeah, just let me know when you're leaving.
Yeah.
And then we'll meet each other.
And then you got there.
And you called me and you were like, yeah, I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
And then I leave and get to Rockaway and I FaceTime you.
And I'm still in my house.
And you're still in your house.
I mean, I had to, upload or export my
Yeah,
video.
but you couldn't
I
have
was
at least
still-
called me and been like, hey,
Yeah,
change
I
the
know,
plans.
I know.
That
I
would
don't
be
know.
common courtesy. He doesn't do that shit.
No.
I don't know. Friday, I was just mind dead. Like my brain was just.
How long did you end up waiting at Rockaway Mall before he got there?
Well, I mean, I ended up going to
The card shop.
The card shop first because
Yeah.
I was going to pick up your cards, and then that like wasted some time, I guess. But
Yeah, but like.
So what
like,
would you
we ended
say?
up
Probably
getting
like a
there
half an
sometime.
hour, 45
half hour,
minutes?
45, yeah, probably 45, yeah.
Yeah. So our last episode was pretty raunchy. I would say it was.
anyone with
Definitely
Scott
not
on
family friendly.
Yeah,
you don't want to be
definitely.
showing you don't want to be showing kids this podcast.
Hey, I mean, I think it was good, like for like promotion, I guess, just to like have like one little outlier
Yeah.
of an episode
I mean,
out
I
there
don't
just
even think it
to
was
grab
that
some
bad.
attention. I don't think it was that. I mean, but without editing, oh dude.
Oh well, with Scott's cursing
we
and
would
stuff.
we would
that
be
he said.
we would be getting sued right now.
I would have been canceled real fucking.
I would probably be fired. You would probably be fired. Scott would probably be fired.
If you weren't fired, I would have reported you myself.
No, but I mean, like that's only something that Joe Rogan can like get away
Yeah,
with.
no, you have to be like up
Yeah,
there to.
yeah, to have like all that shit on
Yeah.
there, but
And Spotify still gives him shit.
I don't even-
especially with his older podcasts.
I don't even know. I don't like with what like Scott was saying without editing. I still don't even know if Joe Rogan would be able to get away with that.
No, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think he'd still have listeners, but I don't think Joe Rogan would have done it in the first place.
Yeah,
He's a lot better person than Scott is.
Definitely that. But in regards to that last podcast, the clips you posted on Instagram, they've had some pretty good traction.
yeah,
The last
engagement,
Definitely
a lot of
some good
engagement.
engagement.
Yeah, I mean, like that's not going to be like the basis of like what all of our episodes are. I just wanted to put like one,
Yeah. I don't know. I
extreme.
feel like the first one we had Scott on, it had to be a little.
Yeah,
bit-
yeah. I mean, like that's Scott. We
It's
wanted to tell the
literally,
audience
yeah.
who Scott is.
Yeah.
I mean, like I
That's a
wouldn't
good
be
introduction.
I wouldn't be
Like,
surprised.
The
if-
worst part is like anyone that doesn't know Scott, they watch that and they're
Uh-huh.
like, "Wow, that kid's pretty crazy." But he wasn't even as crazy as he usually is
Yeah.
around us.
Nah, not even. Especially when I have to be a bit more filtered and can't exactly go full Scott on here. I
There it
definitely
is.
have to.
That's gonna have to be bleeped.
Oh yeah.
It's just gonna be Scott. Beep.
Yeah.
What the hell did you say?
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely try to calm it down more so than some people that might watch this remember me in my past year,
Yeah.
past life, high
Yeah.
school Scott.
I mean,
It's definitely entertaining.
I know, yeah.
It's never dull.
but
Honestly,
organic,
Scott
though.
and Joe,
Mhm.
probably the two people that have made me laugh more than like anyone else.
Anybody else.
Something about those two, they just make me.
I'd like to think though I try to do it purposely to make you laugh.
Yeah, he
Joe
does.
though, Joe does it by just being him.
Joe's just a unique person.
Yeah.
There is
Let me-
only one Joe.
Let me tell you
Joe.
something. Let me tell you something about our friend Joe. Joe is the type of person okay. So I was on the phone with him probably like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And this is what he told me. He was like, you know what, Scott, I'm gonna go to that Quality Inn one night and book a room there one night, so that way I can just walk to Taco Bell.
The worst part is like, okay,
He's
the
not
difference,
joking around either.
the
He was
difference
dead
between
serious.
Scott and Joe. Scott would say that as a joke. Scott wouldn't actually do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Joe's being dead serious.
Oh no,
when
he was
or
dead
when he
ass
says
serious.
that.
He was dead ass serious. Like you could tell by the tone of his voice, he was not joking. He was serious when he said that. I was like, damn man.
I love Joe.
Joe is a character. I love him too. I mean, me and him don't get like me and him don't agree on like political things a lot, but I still
He's
love him.
very
He's still
set in
great.
his ways,
He's still-
yeah.
he's very set in his ways, but I love the kid.
Teach their own.
I know, but yeah, no, that kind of reminds me that I think that we should probably lay a little bit, just like probably 2 notches down on the raunchiness with
Yeah.
That's fair.
I feel like the raunchiness just came up naturally. We didn't like plan for it to be raunchy.
It just comes out. It just comes out natural.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we need. It's just all this natural.
Change
stuff.
it up every now and then.
Before doing this podcast, I was watching a documentary on my grandma's TV about the Buffalo Bills. Such a sad story, man. 1991 and 1994, they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
all
didn't they
4
go?
times.
Yeah, all 4 years, and they won every time.
They
lost every time. I meant to
lost
say,
every
yeah.
time.
Their best chance was against the Giants, but that's when they missed that.
Field
They
goal.
missed the
Point blank field goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was
Being a Bills
20 to
fan,
19, I believe the final score was.
Yeah,
I couldn't
2019.
imagine how crushing that is.
And
I think it was like their first Super Bowl run too.
I think
I'm
so
pretty
too.
sure.
And then I think they played the Niners, and I think they might have played the Cowboys twice or the Niners twice. And all 3 of those next Super Bowls, I'm pretty sure they got destroyed in all of them.
Wait,
I wonder if
the
it was-
Buffalo Bills?
The Buffalo Bills.
wonder
No,
if
it
it-
was all the NFC East a division. It was the Giants, and then it was the Redskins, and then twice the Cowboys.
So it was the Cowboys twice.
I wonder if the Bills just kept making it because maybe the AFC wasn't that competitive at the time, and then once they played the NFC, that's why they kept losing.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe they just like
that Bills team though was
maybe
really
they
good.
didn't have much competition to get to the Super Bowl, and then once they were in the Super Bowl, the NFC just had a lot better
Yeah.
teams.
Who was that stud running back they had? What was his name? Thurman Thomas.
Yeah, Thurman
Yeah,
Thomas.
He was
yeah.
really good.
Yeah, Jim Kelly was.
Jim
also
Kelly was a
their
great quarterback.
No, but they were a great team.
They just couldn't win
in
the big
AFC.
one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like I mean, I'm pretty sure they were favored back then to like win those. I'm probably not against the Cowboys, but
They were
win
definitely
against
favored against the Giants.
Giants, definitely the Giants. They were saying in the documentary that like they were like all cocky as hell like right before.
That's what gets you, man.
Yeah, like they went out partying the night before, and they just they just went in.
Do you remember
confident.
Do you remember a few years ago when the Giants, like the last time the Giants had a good team or a good season? Remember how they all went to Miami? I think it was like
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
With
and-
that picture with
yeah,
Odell and like
Eli was on the boat. And
Oh, Eli
I
was
think
on the boat?
I'm pretty.
No,
wasn't Eli?
Eli
No.
wasn't
I didn't think so. Yeah, but I know Odell was though.
Victor Cruz was there. Odell was there. I think Sterling Shepard was there.
And
Yes,
then-
yes, it
was
was.
that the year they played the Packers?
That was the year we played the Packers and got smoked.
Well, the thing was the Giants were doing really well at first, and,
And
then
then
one
DRC got injured.
DRC got injured, and then Randall Cobb just went off that game because the slot corner.
That was
gone.
one
Odell
of the
played
Hail
awful.
Marys. That was one of the that was like the third. That was a third of the Hail Marys with Aaron. Like the 3 incredible Hail Marys with
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. One of them was with Randall Cobb that year.
I remember seeing, I think it was on Instagram, since that picture was taken of them in Miami, I think they're like 5-6 wins. I don't quote me on this. You're gonna have to fact check me. I think they're like 5 or 6 wins and like over 20 losses.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
been.
They've been that. It's almost like that picture.
It was a curse.
Fucking
Yeah, it was
cursed
a
them.
curse.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Why was that picture so?
Because you're not focused on the game.
Yeah, because it was the same week that they were going to be playing the Packers in the playoffs, and they
Yeah.
were off on a vacation rather than at home, like practicing.
And look how they
getting-
performed.
Yeah,
I
and-
thought they got in trouble with that picture. or
They didn't
something
get
like
in
that.
trouble.
They
No,
got in
I-
trouble afterwards because of how poor they
Yeah.
played.
People just said like, "Oh, obviously
They
you
weren't
shouldn't have been on
focused.
vacation. You
Their
should have been
mind-
focused."
Fucking idiot.
Yep.
You would never see teams like you. If the Patriots were in that scenario, you would never
Never.
see anyone in the Patriots with somebody like Tom Brady when he was still on the team or Belichick pulling that type of shit.
Belichick wouldn't let that. If
Oh,
that happened, I mean,
shit.
Bill
would-
Belichick doesn't give a shit enough that he benched Malcolm Butler going into the Eagles Super Bowl. Remember?
Yeah.
And I don't even know what Malcolm Butler did, but like, that was their best corner that year. And he didn't care enough. He didn't care to just let something slide.
What?
I forget what it was. I forget.
I don't. I think
I
they-
don't know if it even ever came out, but like people were saying at first that it was because he was injured, but then Malcolm Butler came out after the Super Bowl,
Yeah, and was
he
like-
was like, "I wasn't injured," so it was obviously like a disciplinary reason.
Stephon Gilmore was.
I don't think he was on the team at that time.
No.
I'm pretty sure Stephon Gilmore was.
Nope, I think he was still on the Bills.
Really?
Yep,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Stephon Gilmore didn't come to the Patriots.
I thought it was that year.
I think it was 2 years ago or 3, maybe.
Huh. I don't know.
I forget.
The person that decision though, not playing Butler. If you look at the stats, that basically cost them the game because
Yeah.
the cornerback that played, I think
Gave up the most yards.
He got torched.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name, but he was my god.
And Bill Belichick just did not care. I really want to know what Malcolm Butler did to make Bill Belichick.
This might be a little bit conspiracy, like a little bit of a conspiracy, but is it too far out of the realm of the possibility that Eagles' first big Super Bowl against a team they lost to years ago? You might not think maybe like, hey, let's take Butler out, maybe give him a little bit of an advantage. Not saying that that's definitely what happened, but when you look at the stat sheet and how it affected the game, is it a little too far-fetched to maybe think maybe there was a bit of collusion?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think there are times where it's like I want to think like, yeah, the NFL seems rigged, but that's not one of them. I think Bill Belichick's just very stubborn, and he doesn't mess around. Like if you do something that's not, he just has a very structured team. Like I feel like there's different types of coaches. I feel like on one end you have Bill Belichick, who's very strict, like you're not having fun, but then on the other hand you have coaches like Pete Carroll, who's like all about fun and competitiveness.
He's like one of the boys, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And both strategies seem to work.
Yeah.
But
like even when you hear Bill Belichick like talk, you can just tell that his like football is on his mind 24/7, man.
We're focusing on the Bengals.
But
we're
the thing is, too,
next week.
the thing is that too, even though Pete Carroll is like one of the guys and like a fun coach and a player's coach,
he'll turn it on.
He would never let the Seahawks go to Miami or go on vacation like the same week as they have a playoff game.
I don't even think Russell would allow that to happen.
No, Russell's all about winning. He has that mindset.
I remember when it was like the Cardinals versus the Seahawks that one year when it was like 6 points or 3 point.
That wasn't a playoff game.
I know. But what I'm trying to say was
there was missed field goals throughout the whole game, and it ended up being a tie.
And Pete Carroll was like, I think it was Stephen Hauschka. No, it wasn't.
I think it was Hauschka at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so, but I could be wrong.
It was Stephen Hauschka. I'm pretty sure it was Stephen.
I think so. I think it was still him.
And like Pete Carroll was like, "Yep, that's our guy." And then Bruce Arians, I forgot who the kicker of the Cardinals was.
Catanzaro, maybe Chandler Catanzaro.
Yes, it was. And like Bruce Arians was like pissed off. Like,
I mean, I would be too. Both kickers missed multiple game-winning field goals. Yeah. It was just a sloppy game.
Yeah, but like Pete Carroll, like it's interesting that Pete Carroll was like, Stephen Hauschka is our guy. Yeah, we love him. Yeah, and then Bruce Arians is like pissed off at Catanzaro.
Speaking of kickers, nobody would be as bad as Blair Walsh. If Blair Walsh hit that field goal, the Seahawks would have gone home that year.
Well, that playoff game where
realistically, he should have hit that field goal, and you guys should have lost.
He should have, yeah.
But he choked so
you know
badly.
what? We got karma for that because the following year after that, Blair Walsh got cut from the Vikings, and the Seahawks picked him up.
Yeah.
And that was the one season of Russell Wilson's career that the Seahawks didn't make the playoffs. They had a 9-7 record that season. Missed the playoffs though. But the thing is, they would have been, I think it was 11. They would have had 11 wins, but there were 2 games that season where Blair Walsh missed game-winning field goals and cost the game. So we got karma. It cost us the playoffs the following year.
Wasn't that field goal? It wasn't against the Seahawks. Wasn't it not all of Blair Walsh's fault? Because didn't like the way the holder caught the ball, wasn't like the laces facing one way or the other?
I don't know.
I think that might have played a part too.
Yeah, it was.
The field, I think when he got the ball down, it wasn't facing the exact right way. So I think he was kicking into the laces or something like that,
sure.
which might have played a part too. But regardless, he shanked that bad, and he never recovered afterwards.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him, but I mean, you get paid millions of dollars. Like that's your job.
Kicker is a tough position.
That's still a nightmare.
You know, honestly, when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I'd want to play receiver or quarterback or like safety or something or corner. But like now that I'm at this age, I feel like kicker's a cool position.
It is.
You score a lot of points. The
Mason
team
Crosby
leans on you so much. I would love being a kicker.
Yeah. I mean, well, not at those strong moments. I don't think you would like being kicker.
No, after if you miss a game winning, but
then it's like
but if you hit a game winner, like that feeling must be amazing.
Yeah, it is. But when you miss it,
you're screwed.
You know, it's probably a financially stable position in the NFL. You're not going to get paid
Long
too.
snapper.
I was just about to say
Long
that lawn
snapper.
snapper. You'll get
That
six
one's
figures.
tougher though.
It is tough
Because like you're lining up and those guys are ready to go at you as soon as you snap.
It's
that
not
ball.
easy. You definitely have to have some skill
Yeah.
when
And
you're
it's such
a lawn
an
snapper.
awkward. It's an awkward
Like
toss,
stance
too.
and
Yeah.
toss, and like you have to like worry about the toss, but then right after you have to jump up so you can block.
You
It's,
really have to
it's tough.
specialize on it.
It's
Yeah.
tough for sure.
Yeah.
What about punter? You want to be open to being punter?
Punters, nah.
Oh,
I mean,
punter was cool when I played
punting.
JV.
Yeah, I mean punting seems fun just because like
Mm-hmm.
you're kicking the ball as hard as you can. But like the thing I like about kicker is like you score points
Mm-hmm.
and like the team heavily relies on you, whereas punters,
Yeah.
not really.
Is that punter on the Raiders? The
Marquette King, you're thinking of? No, he's not there anymore.
he was good though.
He had like one or two really good seasons and just disappeared.
Wasn't
I
he
don't know
like
what happened to him.
probably the best punter at the time?
At
in
the
his
time,
prime?
yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Where is he now?
I think he's a free agent. I
Yeah.
don't think he's on a team.
His career's over then.
Most likely.
I was just so like before we go into the main topic, it kind of goes hand in hand with the main topic I'm about to discuss now, but I've come to the realization. Was everything good?
Yeah, I was just seeing how long. Like we're still in the intros and we're already at 26 minutes.
I know.
We rambled on a bit.
Yeah, we did.
That's good though.
It is.
Yeah.
I would say like keep it at like an hour. I think an hour is a good
Yeah.
solid time
Yeah.
for a podcast. But anyways, I came to the realization. I came to peace with it. It like kind of happened today. I might change like my view or change my mentality or personality on it. But I've come to the realization that the party scene is just over. I've come to that realization.
What, like at your age, or the party scene's just over?
The party season. I mean,
The party's over because of COVID right now, or
the party is over because of COVID. And
I mean,
it's hard because I'm now a recent graduate. I'm
Yeah.
so used to partying like almost every weekend or every week, and it like hit suddenly, so I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
You know, so like I kind of like made peace with it, like that. It's probably not going to happen for a long ass time. I got last night. We were. I was talking to. Should I call him Mr. P?
Yeah.
Mr. P.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I was talking to him on the car ride back home, and he was telling me that, yeah, man, we're gonna be wearing masks until the end of the year, and not in like since he's a teacher, he doesn't mean like end of the year as in like
No, yeah.
2020.
He means like
means
another year from now.
Like no, like he means like until like the school year is over.
Yeah, I believe it.
So and then he's like,
we're gonna. I think we're gonna be wearing masks even longer than that.
yeah, no, what, no, yeah.
You know how in like Japan and China they like just always wear masks even without the pandemic.
I think that's mostly because of like the bird flu and all that.
Well, I think it's that, and I think I think in China there's a pollution problem. I think their air quality isn't great or something like
I
that.
think what we're more so going to see is we're going to go back to normality, but there's still going to be a certain amount of people, certain percentage of people that'll still wear masks and still social distance, and they're never going to be at that same point of comfortability they had before this whole COVID scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and like Mr. P was basically saying like, yeah, he doesn't see this, ending anytime soon. We're going to be having masks on, and I feel like whenever, like, as long as we have masks on, we're not going to be doing things like people are not going to be able to socialize like they did before COVID, meaning that they would be going to a bar, going to the club, going like being in big social gatherings until we get whenever the masks come off, then that's when we'll get all that back.
Yeah.
Now, I'm saying that we're not going to get there for another 2 or 3 years.
We're definitely going to get there, though.
No,
I think 2 or 3 years might be a bit of an extreme. I'd say like a year.
Mr. P.
I think people will be wearing masks, but I don't think it'll take until we're not wearing masks for like.
But like, when do you think things are going to go back to normal? Like
I think whenever a vaccine is like
probably after
fully
the election.
distributed to everyone.
When I was speaking to Mr. P last night, he said even if there is a vaccine, there's still a lot of fucking people.
No, yeah, I know.
Still,
but that's the thing. It's not going to be right when a vaccine first comes out because there's no way to get
Okay.
everyone the
Yeah.
vaccine.
Yeah.
It's going to be whenever it can be like universally, and by universally I mean given to the country.
And
Like
you don't think that's going to take a long ass time? You don't think?
I don't think it'll take 3 years.
You know,
No.
I could see this happening, maybe dragging through 2021, all of 2021, but by 2022, it's going to be back to normal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do if they don't start allowing places to fully open back up, like somewhat soon. Because I mean, think about it. Right now, restaurants are like open, but they have outside seating. The weather's still nice enough to eat outside, but then inside you're only allowed 25% capacity. Like they're gonna have to raise that once the weather starts getting colder, because how are these businesses gonna stay afloat?
By the way, Morgan, you sound great right now. Like
Thank
you
you.
sound very crispy with that.
Yeah, it's because of the thing
pop
that we
filter.
put. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But in regards to school, I could see this happening too. In about a year, or maybe even less than a year, everything goes back to normal. But I could still see schools, definitely elementary kids, middle school, high school. I could still see them being like, okay, even though masks aren't required much anymore in the real world, since you're going to this school, you probably have to wear a mask. I could see that happening.
And I could see it being depending on the store or something, or the restaurant. Maybe like some restaurants will be like, oh, you don't need it. And some will be like, yeah, to eat here, we still require it. So,
Because you also have to take this in consideration. People, they'll wait, but we've already waited 7 months. You really think the majority of everyone will wait and put whatever they enjoyed doing before this whole COVID thing happened? They'll put it off for another 1, 2, 3 years? I don't think so. Regardless if they allow it or not, people are just going to do what they want to do. And if that happens, it's just going to force it back into normality. That's how I view it.
I don't know. Well, going back to like my point with the party scene and like doing what I usually did when I was in college, I'm putting that to rest now. Like I've been trying to, like, so if someone asked me like to go out
yeah.
to like a bar or something, I would most likely say yes, let's go.
Yeah.
But now,
I don't even know if that's necessarily all COVID too. I think it also has to do with us being busy, or a lot busier.
that too, yeah.
So I think that's playing a role in it too.
But it's less motivating now
to go out,
because of COVID. So I'm kind of putting for me it's kind of sad, but I don't know, like I'm so used to having that experience, and I miss that experience. Being in college.
I feel like it
and
was
going
because
out.
it was such a shock for you, because
It
I feel like
was.
usually you'd be able to like lean off of it, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
and it's something like that was rewarding at the end of the week, and
now you have this to look forward to as your reward for the end of the week.
yeah.
Besides, you're at the age, you're getting up there till 24. I mean, sooner rather than later, you're going to have to put that life aside anyway.
I know, but why? But
Nah,
why so early in my life?
You don't have to in your 20s. I mean, a lot of people still go out.
I mean, take it from somebody
It depends
that,
on the person. Some people just aren't in. Like, I'm not that big of a partier, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But to you, like, and I wouldn't judge someone that still goes
hell, I
out.
drink by myself. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
And smoke.
I mean, but I don't know. Me and Mr. P were actually also talking like about that. Well, like I came up with this when I was talking to him. We're living in that time period, I feel like, where past generations or future generations would be saying, like they would get like a question: if you were in your 20s, what time period would you want to live in? Like for me, it would be
The 2020s.
No, it wouldn't be the 2020s.
I think I'd do probably 70s or 80s.
Yeah, I would probably do the. I'll probably do the 80s.
I think I'd do 70s or 80s.
Yeah, I would do late 70s, early 80s. That would be like my time period. But we're living in that time period right now where generations in the future, if they got asked that question,
Isn't it weird?
they
that
would
we're
be
in the
like,
20s?
no, fuck the 2020s. I don't want to fucking live in my 20s in that time period.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this time will get remembered for one. Like
It will get remembered.
It will get remembered,
Absolutely.
but I don't think this will be the only thing, because I think we're looking at it as 1 year, but who knows what's going to happen in like 2021 through 2029. Like, it could be awesome years.
It could. Yeah, I mean, but like with
Things
the
could
way
get a lot
things
better.
are going right now,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I think there would be people that are like that would be like, yeah, I wish I grew up in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
For me personally, if I had to choose a time period, and I gave this a lot of thought, I would say I was born in 96. I'd like to be born in 1990 so I can enjoy all of the 90s.
Yeah, I think
we're not
90s
too
were
far
cool,
off
too.
from electronics, so it's
Yeah.
not like I'm in the 70s or 80s. Home computers are just making their boom in the 90s. I can live through the glory days of Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, PlayStation,
I
all
think
that
I'd-
early stuff.
I think I'd want to be born in 1980 then. So that was like 10 by the time the 90s come around,
Yeah,
and you
okay,
can really
yeah.
start understanding
Yeah.
like all of it.
Yeah,
And,
90s was
You know
fun.
what I wish I grew up in?
What?
When like punk rock was
Oh.
like Blink 182 and all that. I wish like they
It's like
were
90s.
90s,
I wish I wish we were like in our
93
I wish
maybe.
we were in like our late teens, early
Yeah.
20s during that time.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, no, yeah. Now that I think about it, I would think I would probably want to be in my 20s in the 90s.
90s would be cool.
Yeah.
So what would you say would probably be the worst decade?
For us,
Probably-
2020s. No.
No, for me personally, the
wasn't-
60s. Want to know why?
Why?
There's a couple of different reasons. One, the draft. That was when Vietnam was happening.
Vietnam, yeah.
Unless you were a rich politician or a movie actor or something,
Yeah.
you get drafted, you're going straight to Nam. Not only to mention, 60s was the height of the color barrier with segregation and all that. Yes, they eventually got their rights, but what that happened in 69, the
yeah,
tail
it
end
was
of the
just like
60s.
Yeah, I would
So-
say probably say 60s.
Yeah,
though,
with
yeah.
Nam, the color
No,
barrier.
I'd say
Really?
20s, 30s. Like late 20s, early 30s would be the worst. I wouldn't want to live during the Great Depression.
20s and 30s would be bad because of the diseases. Like the big one around the 20s and the 30s, which my grandfather was born in the
Wasn't
30s.
there a bird flu or something like that? Wasn't that like the last time
My-
there was a big pandemic
I'm not exactly sure, but my grandfather, he was born in the 30s.
the U.S. at least?
He was born in the 30s, and he had this big disease that basically it's not a big deal anymore, but it was a big deal then. I forget what it's called. It has something to do with your joints. It's on
Wait,
the
was
tip
it
of
the
my
one
tongue.
that FDR had?
Oh, polio?
Polio,
Yeah,
I think.
polio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
polio
polio.
was scary.
Polio
Yeah.
was a
Yeah,
big deal back then.
That was scary.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's what I feel like. There's so many
grandfather had
pros
that.
and cons to both because I feel like growing up in like the 40s or so, like I feel like things were simpler and like I feel like there was like a lot less stress. You know what I mean? Like I feel like nowadays, our generation at least, I feel like we're held to such high standards and have so much expected of us. I feel like back then it was like more simple.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like one of the perks of living today is the good things that technology brings us and like the medical stuff and it's just
So
pros
you
and
would
cons
say
everywhere.
not 1920s. You want to live in the 1920s because
I would say late 20s, early 30s, and
late 20s,
late
early
20s
30s.
into the
Okay.
30s would be the
Yeah,
worst,
yeah,
just
yeah.
because of the Great Depression
Yeah,
and
yeah.
World War II.
Yeah. I mean, throughout the 20s, there was that the prohibition with
Yeah.
alcohol, but it was.
I feel
still-
like that was
Yeah.
that's a scary time, but I love watching movies and stuff
yeah.
on that with the mob.
I
and
mean,
all
it
that.
seemed like a pretty like fun experience,
Yeah.
like time period
Yeah.
where like people were like smuggling alcohol.
Yeah.
Like, who,
And then the thing that sucks about older times too is I feel like we're we're the most open-minded generation, which
that's
is really
definitely
good,
for sure.
which is really cool. And I don't know how I'd live in like a narrow-minded society. That just goes like against everything.
That's one thing that
Imagine
I
being
would.
a homosexual in the 60s or 70s.
It was probably
Oh,
terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
God darn.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we have media to thank for that too, with us being open-minded.
Yeah, because I think it puts pressure on people to be open-minded.
But then again, I feel like now today, like media is being abused in a way.
Yeah, it has its pros and cons. Like
Yeah.
it's good because it like kind of puts pressure on people.
But then again, it makes
It's
people
also bad
open-minded.
because, yeah, like I think it helps open people's mind, but at the same time, it's bad because I think you can fake a lot of stuff. And
Yeah.
you can.
Oh, yeah, with, like,
you
peop-
can spread you can use scare tactics and over exaggerate stuff to create fear. In
I feel like
society.
it's also made us a bit of a softer generation.
I do too. I think our generation's very sensitive, which
yeah.
like I said, like it has pros and cons because like people stick up for stuff that they see is wrong, but then you also see people make like a joke and then get canceled or something.
Yeah.
I just find it funny.
So like it's crazy, like a show like The Office
Oh, would not survive.
would never survive. So that's
it's-
like one of
and-
the things that sucks.
And it's weird that it came out not that long ago.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
2007, I think, was the first season.
Yeah, I
Or
forget,
2000. No, it was probably like 05, 06.
There was
the first season.
definitely a spike in sensitivity.
Yeah,
in our world at some point.
I hope
decade.
it's like a pendulum though, and like I don't want it to go. I just want it to like kind of balance out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like where people like realize not like don't be bigoted and narrow-minded and treat everyone with respect, but also be able to like take a joke and like.
Yeah, I'm surprised that South Park is still on, and Rick and Morty.
That's what I was about to say. I find it funny that our generation was grown up on shows like Family Guy, South Park, real raunchy type of shit, which wasn't afraid to wasn't afraid to make fun of anybody.
No way.
This is the same generation that's like, stop my feelings.
No, at some point this podcast is gonna get canceled.
We're not saying anything bad. It's just saying I would have to say that this generation has gotten a bit softer as compared to other generations.
I mean, it has, but it has its pros and cons to that.
Yeah. I mean, we can go into that.
Hell yeah, I could be a woman now.
A different episode. We can go off on that subject. But let's. Do you want to talk about the main topic? I think we did a pretty good job now. Or do you want to go?
So
into it?
What's the main topic? It's picking up girls.
Yeah. So it's like weird that we were just talking about generation. I thought I was doing a good transition with like the party scene. But then we just talked about generations.
Went off on a rant.
Yeah. I mean, like it was natural. It's good. It's good. We had that natural conversation, like unscripted conversation, which was pretty good. But the main topic is like
picking up girls and then handling rejection
and how it has changed now with COVID. And I'm definitely used to the traditional way of being at a bar or at like a club or something like that, going up to a girl and asking if they want a drink, getting rejected, getting a number, all that. But now it's like all heavily relied on online dating.
I feel like online dating because of COVID.
Yes.
I've never been someone to go up to someone at bars though, because the way I see it is I don't think girls are looking for a guy. I feel like girls like say you're a guy that's really attractive in her eyes, then I think it'll work out. But I think like 9 times out of 10 girls are just there to try and have fun with their friends and dance and drink. Whereas guys, I feel like go to bars to have fun with their friends, but I feel like guys also have that intent of, I hope I pick up a girl.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that completely. It seems like whenever I go out to bars, I feel like all girls are unique in the way that they go out. I don't think it's 9 times out of 10 they're going out. I think all girls are unique in what they find, what they want to find, and what they expect when they go out.
Yeah.
I think half of them are like, I mean, I don't even want to put a number on it. Like, it's just, I feel like each girl has some unique expectation of the night.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it, really. But guys, it's always like 1 or 2 things. I feel like I feel like there isn't really any unique expectation for guys to go out.
Yeah, I feel like guys go out to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think most guys go out with the like at least the hope that they'll pick up a girl or like meet a girl.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's different because I feel like guys are the ones that go after girls, whereas girls are the ones that wait kind of for guys. But I feel like guys out at bars have that mindset, whereas and I feel like it's easier for a girl to pick up a guy than it is for a guy to pick up a girl, I would say. I think girls have a lot more guys chasing them.
Yeah, girls can't. They don't like you may not say that we do, like that we handle rejection very well, but girls, I can see it being very hard for them, and I feel like that has I feel like that.
What do you mean? A girl getting rejected is hard?
Is hard for them, and I think that's part of the reason why there is that that idea that it's supposed to be the guy that goes up to the girl, because it's easier for us to get rejected. But for girls, I think it just kills them if they get yes, because I think they focus a lot on their looks, and if they get rejected, they're ugly.
Yeah.
But for us guys, it's like if we get rejected,
We're
yes,
just shooting our shot.
Yeah,
We're just gonna keep shooting.
yeah, yeah.
Another typical Tuesday.
We're just shooting our shot. Some of us may be like, yeah, I don't like I'm not good looking. I'm ugly. But I feel like that's like the not well experienced person.
I'm never. You used to take rejection really hard, and I remember
Yes.
I used to need to like, not calm you down, but like,
I mean,
kind of get you out of your own head.
I wasn't ecstatic about it. It's just that when I handled rejection, it was the end of the night. It was like I want to go home.
Yeah, it was
I want to
like
go home now.
yeah, you just got really bummed out.
Yeah.
I've never been afraid of rejection or taken rejection hard because I don't know. I don't like. For example, there's been girls that you found attractive, and those same girls I didn't personally find attractive, and I'm sure vice versa.
Vice versa.
But that does, like, I'd say you and we're both good looking
I
guys.
think we're sevens. At least.
And so, like, I mean, I just take it as like that doesn't mean there's something wrong with me or I'm not attractive. It's just everyone has their own taste and might not fit into those tastes. I don't know. I have a pretty high self-esteem. I have a big ego, so like I don't get offended, I guess, or like get down on myself too much. Like, I mean, everyone has their days where like you're feeling bad about yourself or something.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I've never been afraid of rejection. The thing with going up to girls at bars that I'm more worried about is, one, I don't want to make a girl uncomfortable, because I've talked to a bunch of girls that like hate when guys come up to them at bars, and like you said, they just like I was saying, a lot of girls are just there to have fun with their friends, dance, drink.
Yeah, a lot of them,
and like a guy coming up to them kind of like
freaks them out or like makes them feel
well,
uncomfortable.
yeah, I think with society today, I think a lot of girls are like get really nervous with it, understandably. But I also feel like it kind of just puts a pause on their night. Like it kind of just gets them out of their.
Yeah.
Imagine being like in the middle of like a song you're singing, and then a phone call comes.
Yeah.
And like it just kind of so I don't want to like do that.
Good analogy.
And I don't want to like, if like they are nervous about a guy date raping them or something, like I don't want to risk that. So like I kind of just wait for. My strategy is more so just to wait for something to naturally happen. Like I've talked to girls at bars, but like it usually like it doesn't start with me going up like, hey, can I buy you a drink? It usually like we bump into each other and like it's, oh, sorry, or like just something natural, you know. That
it's not intentional bumping, like you bump and you're like,
no. Like I don't know, something like naturally just happens, or like we're both standing at the bar, or like waiting in line to get a drink, something like that, rather than like walking up to a girl's table.
I try to make it as natural as possible. Like I remember I was out with my gay best friend out in Atlantic City, and he was like, Brendan, I really like that guy over there, can you talk to him for me? And then I mean, like, I'm not gay, it's easier to just like talk, but like the guy was also like around like a bunch of girls too, and I went up to the guy, I'm like, hey, my friend thinks that you're very attractive, and like I thought this was a good way to get me into like that that group of girls too, because like the guy was around like a group of girls, so like it felt like natural. So then I was just like, hey, I would like you to meet my friend. They met, whatever, bunch of girls followed behind him, and then I started talking to the girls started talking to me, and like it was perfect. It was natural, and I feel like if you have that natural like ability of having discussions with people, I feel like you have a better chance of getting that number.
That's definitely my strategy.
You can't force it.
That's definitely my strategy, just walking up to a table and like being like, hey, nice to meet you, or like, can I buy you a drink? Like,
trying to make
that's not my thing, but just letting it naturally happen, hope like, and maybe it doesn't happen, but I'd rather it not happen than like do that. And also I feel like this happened to you, where we were out in Morristown and a girl walked up, and I forget if you asked her so I think she walked up and like started flirting with you, and then I think you were like, you want me to buy you a drink? And
so like this is how it went. We were like with our group, whatever, and I was like dancing around to like the music, whatever, doing like my own thing, having fun, not really giving a care about the word. I was like dancing around, and I guess like these two girls came up to me. They say like they see that I'm like, you know, dancing and having a great time, whatever. They probably thought that I was like stupid drunk because of like me being all, you know, energized and everything like that. But you know, they came up to us, and like the first thing that they said was like, "Hey, you want to buy us a drink?" At that point, I should have been
a
like,
sign.
it should have been a sign. If you're coming up to me and you're just like, "Hey, you want to buy me a drink?" Nah.
They just wanted free drinks at that point.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Brennan bought one of them
Yeah.
a drink, and then they did the shot
But,
together,
this
and
is
then
like
they
my
just disappeared.
this is my early this was my early
yeah,
stages
that was like right when we
of-
turned 21. We were all 21. I
yeah,
think.
and this was like right after like a breakup.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yeah, I was with this girl for 5 years. I don't know what it's like to, you know, talk to
Flirt,
girls and
yeah.
flirt, whatever. So I gave her a drink, and then she took the shot. Boom, left.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I feel like a lot of girls, not a lot, but I feel like there's definitely girls out there that would just try and get drinks or like get free drinks.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I like kind of watch out for.
Yeah, really big scumbag move. I would say if you're a girl listening to this podcast, I'm telling you, like, with me, that's always in the back of my mind. Like, whenever I go.
Yeah, after that happened,
head
you're
on-
always worried.
Yes.
You've been worried about that
Yes.
ever since that
Yeah,
happened.
because it's stupid and it's
It's a
embarrassing.
shitty feeling, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, what? Okay, you basically used me.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
my money, and like, what am I supposed to expect for future girls?
Like,
so,
yeah.
if you're a girl listening to this, there's guys out there that have that in the back of their mind with that like situation,
Yeah.
and that could be a reason why they don't come up and talk to you. So you also have to think about things like that, where it's like, yeah, there's a cute guy or whatever, and you want him to come talk to you, but don't like you also have to understand that that guy may feel that he may be used if he comes and talks to you, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, like, that's in the back of my mind. I try not to let it, you know, get to me.
Yeah.
Like even after that happened, yes, it was like a rejection. I wanted to go home right after.
Yeah.
But every time I kept, you know, hitting on girls at bars, flirting with them, it came. It was more natural for me to be like rejected. Like I wasn't taking rejection like
You know what's funny?
as bad as
Yeah.
as I did when I got.
I
you
feel
know,
like it's a matter of your self-esteem. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're confident, like for me, like I said, I have a big ego, so like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not self-conscious, I guess.
Mhm.
So like when I get rejected, I'm just like, oh, I mean, I guess I just wasn't their type. But
Yeah.
some people are like, wow, I can't get a girl.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I mean, like it's always like even motivational speakers are like, rejection is like the best fuel for you.
It motivates me
to keep
Yeah,
going.
It motivates me too.
I mean, the more and more actually rejection is kind of helping me.
Honestly,
because I'll be able to handle it
Yeah.
more and more.
I'd honestly rather get rejected than have to reject someone, one. And then two, say you're in the car singing to a song and then
Yeah.
someone calls you and it just interrupts.
Mhm.
And like, I feel like getting rejected is tough,
Yeah.
but rejecting someone's so much tougher. So I feel like a lot of those girls
Get
just,
out of here. You're like breathing into the mic.
I feel like a lot of
like
girls,
Mike Myers, like,
I feel like a lot of girls don't want to,
It is Halloween almost.
I feel like a lot of girls don't want to reject the guy, so they'll be nice and let it like keep happening and like let the guy keep talking to him, kind of, because they don't want to reject him.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't want to like kind of put that pressure of someone like making someone need to reject someone, I guess. Like I said, I'd rather it happen naturally, like you bump into each other,
Yeah.
start talking while waiting in line.
it is. But then again, you also want to shoot your shot. Maybe it's not so natural. It's all like,
that's not my style, but
it's
yeah,
all-
you like doing that.
yeah,
every
like
now and
I
then.
like to shoot my shot. I also respect the girl that is like, yeah, I respect the shooting your shot game,
Yeah.
instead of being uncomfortable right off the get-go. I mean, you have the right,
But
you
then
have the-
again, some girls just might not control that. You don't know what their past experiences were with guys, so no matter what, they might just get uncomfortable, and it might not be anything you did or anything like. And I don't think it's them trying to insult you or anything, but like different people have different experiences, so
yeah.
I think some people might just get uncomfortable by. a
I was
guy.
actually when I went last week to the Grasshopper. I didn't go to Grasshopper. It was Lounge 46. I was like, I saw a girl that I liked, and I went up to her, like I found attractive, and I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" She said no, and then I'm like, "Are you sure?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm good." And then immediately after that, her friend, like, I can tell that like her friend was trying to like protect her in a way.
Yeah.
It's like so like after she said no, I'm good, the girl started to like
Get closer to it.
get closer to her.
See,
and
that's
try
what
to
I'm
block-
saying.
and trying to block me
That's
off.
what I'm saying, though. That's why I don't want to just walk up to someone, because like girls have that thing, like they protect one another, because
get
there
that,
are a
yeah.
lot of shitty guys
I
out
know.
there that do bad stuff.
I know, but like,
So I completely understand it, and I don't want
I
to
do.
add to. I
I
don't
do.
want to like ruin someone's night
I
or
do.
like be that phone call in the middle of a song
do.
you're singing.
I do. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. It's just like after that, I was just like, what's your name? And then she told me what her name was, and then I was like, it was nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I
You kind of pick up on the hint. At least you're
Yeah,
not like
yeah, I
I
picked
think
up on
some
the
guys
hint.
just keep trying. Like,
Yeah.
pick up on the hints and move on.
Yeah, exactly. But like the thing is, like I wanted to make I like even after she rejected me, I wanted to make her feel that I wasn't trying to push her. Like it was
Yeah.
just like, hey, I was just shooting my shot. Hey, but you know, it's okay.
What I would have done when she said no the first time, I would just turn around and walked away. I've been like, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, but I also don't want to feel like that I'm some douchebag. Like, okay, like,
Yeah, I mean,
like I was trying to make some sort of connection with it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna like ask her buy a drink. She says no. Okay, game over. Get done.
I feel like it's harder, but I kind of I respect girls more that do that have kind of the guts to reject someone. And I get
Yeah.
it's hard. I hate rejecting people.
Yeah.
I'd rather
But
be
I think-
rejected.
Yeah, but I think it's still better than like you being like, oh, I don't want to hurt him, so I'll be nice and have him buy me a few drinks, and then like hopefully he moves on or something. But like
yeah, I respect that too.
yeah, because one, I feel like it wastes her time
Yeah.
doing that, and
Yeah.
it like kind of messes up her night. And another thing is, I feel like it kind of starts to lead you on, maybe. So I think it's way better to just get rejected.
But going back to that like nice to meet you thing, I think like I take that as like a way of like good game, you know, because like we have like a shooting your shot game as guys, and I feel like saying, hey, it was nice to meet you is just like, you know,
Nah, for me personally,
respecting the game in a
for
way.
me personally, you got shot down. It's way too awkward to stick around. I would have just
I didn't
got my
I
ass
didn't
out of there.
I didn't stick around. It was just like, okay, yeah, I'm leaving, bye.
Well, you said that it was nice to meet you. I wouldn't have even done that. I would have been like, see ya.
I don't know. I wanted to be
Not to be a
respectful.
douchebag, but it's like I'm not gonna stand around and try to
Yeah,
be like,
no.
hey, what's
Yeah,
your
but
name?
when you say that, like that's like respectful though to do
Yeah,
that.
doing what Scott did kind of just comes off as SDE, just like you're getting butthurt that you got rejected. Like,
No, not butthurt. I'd be like, oh. You
no,
know,
I get it, but I mean, I feel like Brendan being like, "Oh, my name's Brendan. It was nice to meet you."
Yeah.
is a better way than just being like, "Oh," and just like leaving. I feel like it's
Yeah.
like a more
no, I would have been like, okay, see you.
And also, if there was a chance that she came back, I have her name, and it's just like, yeah, I remembered who you are.
Yeah.
In that way,
Yeah,
it was just a way. Like for me, it was just like, okay, maybe she's like, okay, yeah, this guy is actually like a nice guy. He doesn't care if he got rejected or shot
Maybe
down.
I should have let him bought me that drink after all.
Maybe he is a good guy. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll go and talk to him, and you know.
Yeah.
But
I think I would go with your strategy over Scott's, or
Yeah.
like do what you did.
yeah, just
over
to be
Scott.
like. I just think that's like the respectful thing.
Yeah.
I think anyone that you meet, I feel like it's just like should be like a formal greeting,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
a handshake, whatever. Especially with this COVID, and like I did this during COVID, which is
you don't touch.
you don't touch, but it honestly, like I felt that I had more more guts this time around than like a normal situation,
Yeah.
because during this time, girls or people in general are more prone to being like, get out of here, move away, and like that's
that's another thing.
embarrassing.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like you don't, especially during this time, you really don't want to like.
The game is harder traditionally. The game is harder traditionally.
You don't want to walk up to a girl in case like you don't know what's going on at her home. You don't know if she lives with her grandma and
Yeah.
like is nervous. So you kind of just. I feel like it. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
it's about respect, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You'll find that one person that will accept your drink. Don't worry.
I do have a few run-ins with people when I was in college that had that that like came up to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to buy me a drink?"
Yeah.
And then like I was like, yeah, no."
Yeah, I don't blame you after what happened.
Yeah, because of after what
Which
happened.
sucks too, because maybe those girls
yeah,
were
maybe-
really
yeah,
like interested in you and
maybe
not
she
just
was.
trying to get you to buy them a drink.
Or maybe
But you know what? At the same time, maybe the girl should have walked up to you and been like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" Like, that would be really hot. I don't know what it is, dude, but when a girl's
that
confident,
happens all the time in anime. That's why life is overrated.
Okay.
See, if it were-
Hashtag anime.
Yeah.
big anime titties. I'm telling you guys.
I don't-
Once you get into anime, real life girls are overrated.
Hold your thought.
Real life girls are overrated. Okay, they don't have big anime titties.
Right.
They don't have that crazy person. Well, they might have that crazy
Right.
personality, and they make the move first. And they got big anime titties. That's 3 reasons why I'm sticking with anime and
There you go.
hentai.
kid.
Definitely hentai.
Yeah, no, but what, like, I don't know. Just one of my things that, like, I'm really attracted to with girls is if they're, like, not assigned to gender roles, I guess. Like,
Mhm. Oh, okay. So like they like make their
yeah,
shot.
like, because it makes them
It
seem
is-
confident
it is
and,
fine,
like, yeah, and, like, I don't like when girls are just, like, say you're dating someone and a guy does something wrong, they're just like, oh, that's okay. Like, I think it's attractive when a girl's like,
Yeah.
you need to get your shit together. Like,
Yeah, I had that experience over in Cincinnati. Someone like there was this girl that came up to me and she was like, "Hey, one of my girls thinks that you're attractive. Can you come up and talk to us or whatever?" I didn't do it, but because I was with my friends in Cincinnati and I had to go back to New Jersey like right away, so I was more focused.
It was when you were moving, right?
Yeah, it was when I was moving. I was like more focused with them, but the girl came over. She came to talk to me, which I thought was hot.
Yeah, I find that attractive when a girl's willing to do that.
And then we made some great conversation. We still talk to this day. She's really nice, but I think now she has a boyfriend now. I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know one thing too that I feel like is a huge do not do, at least when you're a guy trying to pick up a girl. No wingman. Like
having no wingman?
No.
Oh.
You shouldn't have a wingman. Like
you
it
shouldn't
depends.
have a wingman.
So I think it's good to have a wingman. Say like you and I were out at a bar and there were 2 girls and say we wanted to go up and talk to them if we both did. But I've heard from girls I'm friends with, say Scott and I were at the bar and Scott sent me up. And I went up to him and was like, "Hey, my friend over there thinks you're really attractive or like you're cute." They'll find the wingman more attractive because they had the confidence to go up and talk to him rather than the person that wasn't confident enough. So that's a big, apparently at least like the small demographic, I guess, of people I've talked to about it.
Yeah, I would say that you're right. Yeah.
Your sample size.
Yeah, small sample size.
Why am I hearing knocking?
Because Scott keeps tapping his toe.
Sorry.
Well, that's kind of weird that like that picks up in the headphones. Hopefully, it doesn't pick up in the mic.
Yeah,
I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
It wasn't heavy tapping. It was just light tapping.
Well, yeah, I can
It
still
was
hear
heavy
it
enough
though.
for me to hear it.
Yeah, I thought someone was knocking on the door.
Well,
That's
I'm
what
not
I
the
thought at
skinniest
first, too.
person in the world if you haven't looked at me.
Let's see. Picking up girls. Oh, so yeah, I mean, even like in general, I mean, pre-COVID, I kind of miss it, dude. I kind of miss being ambitious that way, and going out of my way and doing it the traditional way, the face to face.
Yeah.
I'm more of that traditional person. Like
Yeah.
I grew up with my aunts and uncles who lived in the 90s, and that's why I love the 90s. Like that's why I want to live in the 20s.
Yeah.
Like be in my 20s in the 90s is because I'm so used to like my aunts and uncles, and they did like the traditional way.
Yeah.
With going out to the bar and getting hit on or hitting on a girl. So I don't know, like that's what I'm more used to. I'm more of a traditional guy. I like going out and doing it on my own.
Yeah.
I don't really have
I definitely I prefer that over like online stuff. I definitely
You like the traditional way over online?
yeah, like meeting someone in person.
I thought
like
you just said that you didn't like it the traditional.
no, so I don't like when girls are off doing their own thing, minding their own business, and you go up to them and interrupt them doing what they were doing.
Oh, you don't like that?
I don't like that, but like I like being out and like you randomly naturally start talking to someone and like you hit it off.
Yes, I like that.
That I prefer to like
Okay.
anything online. But
Okay.
but yeah, no, I'm not the type to just go up and be like you're minding your own business and like I just walk over to your table or spot at the bar and I'm like, hey, can I buy you a drink?
But-
That's not me.
That's how it's done most of the time, though.
Yeah, but that's not me.
Okay, all right.
So I prefer being out without like being overly aggressive, I guess.
Yeah.
I just like when it happens naturally.
I mean, but I like doing that, like where it's like you go up to the table and you try to make discussion. That's majority of the
That's how majority
traditional
of
way.
people.
I mean,
like
but
I
yes,
said,
you would love. Everyone would love it in the way of it being natural.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
it happens though.
Yeah,
But
but
it
like,
happens less. But like I said, like some people just want to be left alone, and I don't want to
Yeah.
I don't want to be that phone call in the middle of you rocking out to your favorite song. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to put that like pause on your night.
But
or
then
like,
again, you don't know if that girl has been looking at you from the start.
no,
you know?
don't. But
But
so
so
I'd rather.
you may actually be
No, yeah,
the highlight of the night.
yeah, you could be,
Or
but
you might be their disappointment.
no, you could be, but I think. I don't know. It's just.
I don't think it's disappointing to be hit on though.
No, I mean.
That gives them a self-esteem, even if they reject you.
No, yeah,
I would hope
I'm
so.
sure, but I think
At that point, I feel like I shouldn't care.
like I
though.
said, I think guys and girls just have different expectations of their nights. I think girls have guys hitting them up all the time, sliding into their DMs all the time. So
You're
like,
right. You're
so
right.
they go out to the bar, and I don't think they're too worried about picking up
If
a
they're
guy.
attractive.
Mhm.
I think any girl. I think girls just have an easier time getting hit on. I
Yeah.
feel like,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
like even unattractive girls, or at least in my opinion, a girl that I'm not personally attracted to, like I'm sure they're still getting hit on.
They're
And
getting
I'm
hit
sure-
on by like
Yeah, I'm sure guys
12
are still,
to 15 guys.
Yeah, exactly. So they go out to bars. They already have like 10 guys hitting them up on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we might have like 2 or 3 girls or something, and maybe we're looking to like meet someone that night. I don't think girls have like. I don't think there's nearly as many girls that go out to bars with the expectation of
Okay.
meeting a guy.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand.
Whereas I feel like guys go out with the expectation of having fun and hopefully meeting a girl.
we're just that one tiny resume and like a stack of resumes, basically, in a way. I would feel like you would say.
No, I'm not saying that.
Well,
saying,
no. Well, you did say that girls
like they have other
tiny-
guys
hitting
hitting them up on their
But
phones
like
and
if you're
stuff.
shooting that shot, almost like sending a resume to a job, and
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
they having all of these other resumes, but they're calling. the
Yeah,
other
but that's
people.
not what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about like not standing out. I'm worried about a girl not wanting their night interrupted.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Like I
get that.
don't know. Like I mean, if I had a girlfriend and I was just out trying to have fun with you guys, and I kept like if I were to have girls come up to me and hit on me like the way guys hit on girls,
Mhm.
like it would probably get annoying for me.
Yeah, I can
Like
see
I'm
that.
just trying to have fun with you guys, but yeah, I have to keep having conversation after conversation and rejecting someone after rejecting someone. Like,
But
I don't
again,
know.
as you said, though, it all depends on the girl and what.
Yeah,
their
I mean, you could
expectations for
obviously
that
get
night
lucky,
is.
and maybe a girl was out and was attracted to you, and
Mhm.
it could work. But I think more often than not, I think girls are just out to have fun with their friends and dance and drink.
I think that's the majority. Yeah, absolutely. But as guys, we just got to keep shooting our shot, no matter
Yeah.
what it is.
Amen, brother.
No matter what it is, we should just keep shooting our shot.
Eventually, a shot will go in sooner rather than later if you keep shooting it.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Scott,
Yep.
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky.
Now, Wayne Gretzky
No,
stole
Wayne-
that from Michael Scott.
No, it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, and then Michael Scott. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to think Wayne Gretzky stole that from Michael Scott. That's
never
how I
know.
like to think about it.
Yeah, I guess so, but I want to do it
keep
in as
doing
many
it. I
ways
mean,
as
it's your-
possible.
yeah,
And like I'm used to it too. So each time I do it and each time I get rejected, it's easier and easier for me to go and
Well, yeah,
hit on a
but that's
girl.
the thing. Like I keep saying, I'm not worried about the rejection part.
No. I mean, but like I was though.
Yeah, I know you were.
I
yeah.
was like 3 years
Yeah.
ago, but every time I kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, every
easier
now
for
and
me to
then
hit
you
on
got
a
to
girl
do it. I
now.
mean, and you got to feel it out based on the situation. Like if you
Yeah.
see a group of girls like all just having fun, don't do it. But maybe if you see like 2 girls sitting there and they're kind of bored looking around, then go for it.
Yeah. I mean, like that's what I was gonna say before was
You gotta feel out the situation. Every
I
situation
scope it
is
out.
different.
I
Yeah.
scope it out before I do it. Like I don't like if I see someone that is like very attractive, I don't immediately do it. I gotta
Feel
scope it
the
out.
situation,
I gotta scope it out first.
See if it seems like they're looking or if they're just trying to have fun
Yeah.
and be with their people.
Yeah. I mean, like when I went out last week, like that girl, and her friends. They didn't seem like that they were having fun. They weren't on a dance floor. They were just hanging around the bar, and they weren't drinking anything. I was just like, okay, probably they want some guy to go up to them and ask and to buy them a drink, but it didn't go my way. So.
Yeah, I mean,
but
not all of them will.
But yeah, you have to scope it out first.
And you just can't be afraid of rejection. You kind of just have to know yourself, and you have to know your like value, I guess.
Yeah.
And know how.
And I think to help someone like you out, with I don't necessarily think it's helping out or whatever, but with you saying that you don't like the traditional way of just going up to somebody and
Well, I also think it depends.
Yeah.
Because like.
Well, yeah, it depends. You have to scope it out first.
Yeah, but like at least at the bar, that's my thing too.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at the bar, I wouldn't. But like maybe if like I'm in line at a coffee shop or something, I might like talk to a girl or something.
Yeah.
But like I feel like bars are kind of different than like normal places because I don't know. It's different.
Maybe not go with I want to buy you a drink.
Yeah, no.
Straight out of the get-go.
I don't think that's what you should do.
Yeah, no.
I think you should start talking. And then
unless if you see unless if you scope out the situation and you see that could be the first way that like you go up, because as I was saying, when I was at 46 Lounge last week, they were hanging around the bar, no drinks, and I was just like, okay, I feel like that's how I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna go up to them and I'm gonna be like, hey, you want me to buy you a drink?
Teach their own, dude. Everyone has their different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, and and it's all different, unique. The situations, scenarios. So you just gotta play ball.
Everything's different. They're all different.
Yeah.
And
exactly. But with COVID going on, it's definitely a different game now. A lot of people are turning more into Tinder and Bumble and Hinge and things like that. I have not been really successful. I mean, like I've had some success, but as of lately, I have not been as successful. But that's because of the ELO score.
I forget what it was called. Yeah, but we were confused as to what, because like Brennan was getting like at the top it says like how many people had swiped right on you, and it was like after like 4 or 5 days of you having your account was at like 9. I was like, there's something up with that.
Yeah.
So then we searched it, and it like turned out apparently that like depending on how often you're on and like it all like adds up to a score or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like that score determines how often your profile showed. So then we had you make a new account with like a new phone number.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first got on Tinder, like very first time, which was like 3 years ago after my breakup. I remember I wasn't really that attractive, and I had a very amateurish like Tinder profile. It was like it was really bad. Like I didn't really put much focus into it, and I know like my pictures weren't that great. Like they were like selfies and things like that. Like nobody, like if you're a guy and you have Tinder and you post selfies, you're not gonna get swipes. But I was getting swipes at that time though. But that's when I first started Tinder. That's when I had my very first account. It was a fresh
and then
account.
You had it for a while, and then I think your ELO score just dropped because you went times where you like.
I mean, I had it for like I had it for a good 6 months, and it was still doing good, and then I started not using it after a while.
And that probably like lowered whatever that score is, and then that's why your account wasn't getting shown.
And like that wasn't like the only thing. Was like I also started like swiping right
on everyone. And it said online when we looked it up that if you do it, it'll lower your score.
Yeah, you gotta have like a mixture of like swiping right and left.
Exactly. Yeah. I wasn't playing Tinder right, and I didn't even think that there was like.
I didn't think so either, but I didn't think so either.
I was just doing all the don'ts.
Yeah, pretty much. Tinder. When we searched it to try and figure out what was up with your account, because it made no sense why you weren't getting matches.
I was killing my ELO score. Yeah, killing it. And then I guess now. Like
you made the new account with the new phone number and
just
email.
now I just made a new account.
It's been going a lot better.
Yeah, it's
you said
been good.
Didn't you say you got like 15 matches in like the first hour?
After an hour I had like 11 matches. Oh no, not matches, but likes. But I did.
That's still better than what it was.
But I did have 3 matches in like 15 minutes,
which was better than what it was.
Yeah. So
I feel like girls are lucky with Tinder, because apparently there's a lot more guys that use Tinder. So
Oh well, yeah.
they have a
and
lot more
guys,
options.
And guys, with that
Guys
shooting
are
their shot,
thirstier, yeah.
yeah, like they're very thirsty.
Yeah.
And girls, they're getting hit up no matter what.
COVID was crazy for Tinder though.
Yeah, but
I remember I was getting so many matches
I'm
because of
getting
quarantine.
on that train very late though.
Yeah, you are. You're at the end of quarantine, or well,
Yeah.
not even
Well, not
quarantine
like
anymore, but
quarantine.
you're at the end of the pandemic.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, no, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. Like that's the whole thing.
How many Tinder girls have you met up with?
3.
3.
Yeah.
I'm only at 1.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not really a one night stand kind of guy.
Oh,
Not really my thing.
No, it wasn't. No, okay. I only have one night stand. I met the 2 others just like
Through Tinder, but then
like we
well, even that counts.
we bumped into each other like on campus or whatever. We started talking.
Yeah. Scott, have you ever met up with a Tinder girl? You have, right?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
the past. It's been a long time though.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm just so used to the traditional way. I love the traditional way better.
It's so much better because I feel like when you meet someone like from Tinder online, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But like if you just happen to meet someone out in public and then you guys you sparked off a conversation, gave each
Yeah.
other your number.
It's more natural.
Yeah, and like I
everything
feel
too.
like the next time you guys hang out too, it's
Yeah.
just like it's more natural, less awkward. at first.
Exactly. And I feel it's more better of a connection. But since
Yeah.
COVID's going on, the game has totally changed.
Yeah.
And I have to adapt to that change now.
Yeah,
so
so you better get on your Tinder game.
It's not looking like I'm going to be meeting some girl traditionally. And
At least for not.
I mean,
you still
can't
have
even
a chance.
you
though.
can't even be online during COVID to get like coffee or whatever. You have to be in your car through a drive-through. So it's just like I can't. It's hard to meet people even in public.
Yeah.
Not even in a bar scene
Yeah.
or a club scene.
You know what you got to do? You got to start going to shopping marts.
Walmart.
Walmart.
You can just start going to ShopRite, trying to pick up girls there. Nice.
I'm serious,
Okay, but
man. I'm
It's hard
serious.
though because half
That's
of
a
their
joke.
face is
That's
gone.
a joke. Don't actually do that.
No, I'm seriously do it. Fucking
No,
do
I'm
it.
not doing it. No. But like half of their face is gone with like the mask. So
Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe COVID's like you got to find out their actual personality.
Yeah, it's a little
It's not
mystery.
about looks.
It's about mystery.
Yeah, maybe that's like it's like that show that was on Netflix. Like what was it called?
it's The Circle.
No, Love Is Blind.
Oh, yeah,
Love Is Blind. That
that's
one.
right,
Yeah, that was a cool show.
Same concept.
No, The Circle was completely different. The Circle was like that game show one where they were all
Yeah,
and they're-
social media. But like
Yeah, but the
it's like
Love
everyone's in, like,
Is
their-
Blind was like you were in 2 separate rooms,
Yeah.
but like talking through a thing, so you couldn't see each other, but you got to know each other, and then
okay.
you automatically had to get engaged
The
after
Circle
you
is
chose
more
someone.
like do you remember that
It's
show?
like a game show.
Yeah, no, but do you remember that show back in like the early I mean like the late 2000s? It was like they were in like this box like it was like they had to do like minute to win it type shit.
No, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Scott, do you know what I'm talking about? They were like
Scott watches anime. He doesn't know
was-
what you're talking about.
it was like this,
Titties?
It was like this it was like individuals like one person in this box.
Yeah.
And then they had a bed, they didn't even have like a kitchen or anything. Like the way that you got food was you like you had to beat like this minute to win it thing, and whoever was last in doing it didn't get food.
Yeah, no, I have no clue.
And
what
there
you're
was
talking
like this big red button in the wall.
Yeah.
And it's just like
about. You click that if you quit or something.
Yeah. You click that
Yeah, I
if
have
you
no
quit,
clue.
and whoever was the last person to do it wins the game. But nobody knows when.
Yeah,
when.
no, The Circle was like you were trying to
Be like
become the most popular
most
person
popular
because like
person.
you're all living in like the same hotel, but you're kind of like stuck in your rooms, and the
Yeah.
only way you can communicate to the other people is by like instant messaging and like making posts and stuff on social media, and then they like ranked people based on like who they thought was the most popular,
Yeah.
and it was a good show.
Sounds
I
like
liked it.
Sounds like an interesting
It was
concept.
cool. It was cool.
But
it was unique.
But like you're saying now, today with COVID, with people having their mask on, it's gonna be if you're gonna attempt to hit on somebody at Walmart, it's more of like figuring out their personality.
I don't know
is
if
good.
I'd ever hit on someone at Walmart.
I can't. Well, I mean like ShopRite or something. like
Even
that.
ShopRite, I don't think I.
Hey, girl, let me see what you look like without that mask on.
Okay, so where are the fine girls gonna be?
I don't know.
Walmart.
You just kind of you can't go out looking for
Especially
it.
the
You
ones
just-
that push the cart.
You can't go out looking for it, so the only way
you
is
just
like
let
Tinder.
it happen. Yeah, I mean, no, but you can't go out looking for it.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
it's whenever you go out trying to find a girl or like you want to be in a relationship, that's when it doesn't happen. But when you're least expecting it, that's when it does. So you just kind of go with the flow.
Just like you said before, it'll more so happen naturally.
Yeah, and just go with the flow.
I actually did hit on somebody during quarantine, during COVID or quarantine, I guess.
Yeah, and I told you to stop pinning on me.
And Scott. And it was actually in public. It was she worked at Home Depot, but the reason why I
Because it was like a family friend. or
yeah, it was a
your
family.
mom knew her.
Yeah. My mom knew her mom, and my mom was like, "Oh my God, you and her would be like a perfect couple, whatever."
And that's what killed it for you.
No, but I went through with it because my mom was like, "I want you to go to Home Depot and ask her out,
Yeah.
ask her out." And
I know.
And then I did
remember it because we were doing something that day, and your phone was dead, and your mom started calling me because she wanted you to do it. So
yeah,
Matter
yeah,
started
yeah.
Snapchatting me.
Get
yeah.
Brendan at Home Depot quick.
I'm pissed though.
His
'cause-
future wife is there.
I'm pissed though because she was my type, not yours. Your type is like little, petite, like small blondes, and mine are like
Well, like
little bit taller, brown hair,
light haired, yeah,
Dark hair, brunette.
I mean, yeah, she's
dark
not-
hair with blue eyes.
Okay, yeah,
that's
she
mine.
wasn't like the ideal woman for me, but
She wasn't your type, but
Yeah. She wasn't my type.
your
but
mom should have had me go to Home Depot.
instead.
Yeah.
No, she should have had me go Home Depot.
Yeah.
You should tell your mom to contact her mom. Mom, can you contact her mother and see if she wants to go on a second date, possibly?
That was a very intense discussion.
Yeah, that was a
had.
long one.
Oh, and like not intense, but like a very.
It was a good one. It was
yeah,
like a natural, like it just
Yeah.
kept going.
Exactly. We still haven't figured out a closing.
No, we haven't.
Statement. We still got to figure that out. But that does it with episode 6 with how we handle rejection and
Going out, picking up
girls, and also talking about it being getting dark out early.
Yeah, and
and,
how COVID's affecting.
and how
what's going
COVID
on.
is affecting everything, and
And we made our weekly football picks.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
let's see if Scott and I can catch up to you.
yeah,
with this week's.
maybe I don't know. Dolphins did me very, very good.
Yeah,
It
they
was
helped
good.
you last week.
Yeah. That's it with episode 6. Scott, thanks for coming in.
Always a pleasure,
again.
my friend.
I mean, we're gonna keep coming.
Yeah, I
We're-
mean, I don't think he's gonna be here every week as a guest, but he's gonna be here every week for the pick'ems.
okay.
Because we're keeping track of his score.
Absolutely. I mean, you're a funny ass guy, and we would
I mean,
like
I
to-
could be here every week.
He could be.
Yeah, nothing
He
else
could
We'd
be.
have to get
going on.
another mic for when we haven't.
That's true.
Well,
yeah.
I was thinking like if we have a guest, he just replaces Scott.
Yeah, but that's what. So he's on every week unless we have a guest.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
So like he would be our designated guest every week.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just that guest that I'm not like the main two, but I always
Yeah.
find myself
Yeah.
here.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
All right. So that does it with episode 6. You guys have a happy and healthy week this week. Thank you for listening on Stutter After Me. Thank you, Scott, for coming.
Thank you for
Morgan,
having me.
it's always a pleasure. And
I'll see you next week.
Everyone have a great night.
And we will see you next Saturday.
I hope we don't
Boom.
see Scott next Saturday.
All right. Bye.
Peace out.
No, let's just. And then we'll just go. We have to.
That was a long podcast.
Yeah,
it was
it
like
was.
90 minutes.
I mean, once we cut it down, it would be.
Dude, almost.